going on YouTube? I am Germ here. We are talking about the Alphari situation once again because yesterday, this was just like an hour before LCS started. Again, I think that is really poor timing by Team Liquid because I think they have known what was going to happen, but I am still really glad that they did put out a statement about the Alphari situation because again, who would have thought, oh my gosh, actually telling people what's going on and actually being transparent and actually trying to explain and make sense of what happened might make the whole situation a lot better. So in this video today, we're going to be reading Team Liquid's statement, giving my thoughts and opinions on what this means going forward, and then also Alphari did chime in a little bit as well. So this is actually a really big update video if you've been following this whole situation. So definitely do make sure to drop a like on this video. I would appreciate it a ton. Really helps me out the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. With that being said, here we go. So Team Liquid, LOL, LCS roster update. Again, tweeted an hour before LCS start yesterday. I think that is bad. I think that is way too late. I think that is so dumb. They have known for days, if not since last week when they benched Alphari, but whatever. Better late than never. I didn't make a video about it yesterday because I don't like making videos right before LCS starts or right before LEC starts because the viewership is really bad. Obviously, during LCS, everyone's watching LCS. They're not watching videos about the LCS, so that's why we're covering it today, if you're wondering. I did see this yesterday right when it came out, but here we are. So, LCS roster update. Jenkins will be playing for week 2 of the LCS summer split, and while Alphari is on break until June 27th. So, there it is, the official word that Alphari is out till June 27th. That is, that would be week 2, week 3, and week 4. So he would be coming back maybe in the 5th week. The first week it sounds like he would be available. The first game it sounds like he'd be available is July 2nd. So he's going to be out for the whole month of June. Again, which is, yeah, like ends up being like 3 or 4 weeks in total. But kind of interesting. But at least we have a date now. We know when Alphari, I guess, will be returning. I don't know if it's should be returning or will be returning or might be returning. But they both have the full support of the team and coaching staff. We know there have been a lot of questions, so we wanted to shed a little light on the situation. Last week, Alphari was benched for performance and attitude issues, which were concerns that started during the practice leading to the summer split. So one, I think people will be very surprised to hear that this is based on performance issues. Attitude issues, sure, that's been a lot of the speculation that he must have been being toxic, he must have had a bad attitude, maybe he's fighting with his teammates, maybe he's fighting with his coaches, whatever. But the fact that he was having performance issues, I mean, you know, that's just, I mean, we'll never know. We only got to see one game of Alphari in summer split, and it wasn't great, but I guess we'd have to hear from a coach, we'd have to hear from one of the players or something to hear, was Alphari just doing terrible in scrims or what was going on? Because again, this was one of the best players in the LCS in spring split, so to hear that performance is part of the reason why he's getting benched, I think a lot of people are not going to accept that or believe that. And if it's just attitude issues, I wish Team Liquid would just say what it is. But maybe it has been performance. You know, again, I'll never know, we'll never know, but it just seems a little bit unlikely to me that they just think Jenkins is a performance upgrade of this version of Alphari. So, Alphari has given us permission to share that these issues revolve around private reasons involving his personal life. In the right mindset, we believe Alphari is one of the best in his role. In hindsight, before competing last week, we should have come to a decision for Alphari to take some time off. So, a lot of good stuff here, I think. One, Alphari's attitude performance issues might be coming from something in his personal life. Obviously, tons of rumors and speculation about that. Kind of weird to dive too deep into it. People are saying maybe, obviously, maybe a relationship gone bad. Maybe he doesn't like living in the United States. Maybe, you know, homesickness. You know, maybe just stress. You know, who knows exactly what's going on. But I do hope that when he's taking these next 2, 3, 4 weeks off or whatever, that he is able to fix some of those things. Obviously, he and Team Liquid believe that this will be an ample amount of time to get back to normal, to get his mind right. And I just hope that things improve. Because sometimes, you know, when you're down in a rut or whatever, or feeling shitty, you take some time, and then sometimes stuff just doesn't get better. If it's a situation where, you know, maybe he can't get past something, or maybe, yeah, if he doesn't like the United States, or if he doesn't like Team Liquid, or he doesn't like the situation, or he's just stressed or anxious or whatever, you know, so I do wish him the best, definitely. I hope everyone sends him a bunch of well wishes and everything. Hopefully by June 27th, by July 2nd, whatever, hopefully he is feeling tip-top, ready to go, because again, I love watching this guy play. I think he's absolutely one of the best players in the LCS, and it would be a shame for him to, you know, miss any more games than he needs to. But obviously, some things are going to come first. They do say that in hindsight, before competing last week, they should have made the decision for Alphari to take some time off. I completely agree with that, and I'm glad they're saying that. I hope they actually mean that. They're not just saying it because that's what everyone's been saying. But again, if he has been having performance and attitude issues in scrims for the past month, it makes no sense for you to play him the first game of the season if you are just going to bench him after one game. You know, like if nothing happened in that first game, and they've even said this, that nothing happened in that first game that led to this benching or whatever. So, I mean, just a really, really poorly handled situation by Team Liquid at the end of the day, no matter what. Also, if they've known for the last month that Alphari being benched was a realistic situation, they absolutely should have had a new top laner in ready to go. It is an absolute joke that Jenkins right now is playing 2 days a week of Academy and playing 3 days a week of LCS. The 2 days of Academy are for sure cutting into his scrims with the LCS team. This situation is just absolutely mismanaged. I don't know if it's coaching staff, the management, whatever, but the situation that Jenkins is in right now, especially on a Academy contract, is a joke. After our first game, we were not clear in our communication to Alphari, and in our announcement, since then we've been working with the team staff and Alphari on a plan moving forward. Alphari will be taking a break until June 27th, during which time we will provide him our full support for what he's going through personally and to get his motivation back to where it was. We hope after this time, Barney will be ready to return to his spring form and compete. So that's great to hear. Again, I'm glad they put out a statement. They did follow up and say this is related to performance and attitude issues, as the statement says, during practice leading to summer split, not stage play. So again, they are talking about scrims and stuff. And this guy does make a good point. He said, isn't that the point of practice? You know, just because you were struggling in scrims or practice or whatever, you know, you should get a chance to prove how good you are on stage. Practice should be for practicing. Practice should be for, you know, taking risks, limit testing, whatever. But, you know, again, the attitude issues are still there. So again, I don't really get why Team Liquid keeps saying performance issues. I think it is more attitude, but yeah, it is what it is. The interesting thing here is that Alphari did respond. He said, I would like to clarify, I think the whole TL situation is nearly solely my fault. Escalated because of some things being handled really badly, but ultimately would be much simpler if I wasn't struggling with motivation and some personal issues recently. No real fault of the org. And the reason we're not viewing this on Twitter is he tweeted and then deleted this. So the really, really interesting thing here is that tweets like these, you know, his tweets like calling out Jat and everything, these tweets are still up. But a tweet where he tweeted out, you know, claiming that the situation was mostly his fault, not the org's, that tweet gets deleted. So again, this whole situation just gets weirder and weirder. That makes absolutely no sense to me. You know, he does acknowledge that the situation was poorly handled by the team and everything, but again, that wouldn't have mattered if he was in a better state of mind, if he was in a better position. And yeah, he's taken some responsibility, which I think is great. Still, there's no way to know for sure what the relationship is like between Team Liquid and Alphari. What everyone's putting out makes it seem like it's better, so that'd be great, because again, Alphari does have a 3-year contract with Team Liquid, and he was definitely the best player on Team Liquid in Spring Split, and going forward, if they want to be a big, successful organization, I think overall they're going to be better with Alphari. But if they have hurt the relationship so bad that he's going to want to leave in the offseason, that would suck. But if things are getting fixed, if things are getting better, and TL and Alphari can move on from this and have a bright future ahead of each other, I think that would be best for all of the parties involved. But we'll just have to wait and see. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this Alphari situation? Do you think he's going to come back in July better than ever? Do you think these are going to be issues that keep popping up? Do you think the relationship between Team Liquid and Alphari is donezo? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!